Hey guys, James here. I am restoring a 1969 VW bus and doing all kinds of customization to it. I spent months designing the front suspension and hydraulic system for it, and all of the parts are laid out here on my bench. I just picked up from my laser guy who cut all the stuff out of 1/4 inch pickled and oiled mild steel 1018. I've got a lot of drilling and tapping to do and getting all these pieces prepped. So in this episode, we're gonna try to get it tacked together and mocked up into the bus so we can make sure everything is working and jiving before I pull it back out and do a full weld job on it. But with everything here, I should be able to get it everything hooked up, the hydraulic rams on, and really see how low the bus is going to go. We did a 3-inch body drop on the bus, and we raised the engine 2 inches, and we're raising the front suspension 7 inches. So it should get this bus on the ground with the low profile tires and everything. So if you're interested, follow along on this and we will get going. Let's go. All right, really excited this morning. We're gonna be heading down to the laser guy to get all the pieces cut that I had designed. I spent months and months, probably over 100 hours designing the front suspension, hydraulic ride, whole setup that I came up with. It's narrowed 7.5 inches from stock, lowered so much that the top beam is above the frame. And so the top beam drops in from the top, the bottom beam comes in from the bottom. So there's a lot going on, a lot of pieces, like 45, 46 pieces that I had to get laser cut. Let's head down to Apopka and pick up these parts. Let's go. All right guys, check it out. This is all of the stuff I just picked up from my laser guy. Mostly 1018 1/4 inch steel, pickled and oiled, and then all of my linkages, I had them cut out of stainless. So I won't have to worry about prepping them and powder coating them and all that. They're just ready to go. This plate here is also stainless, and I had them cut 4 of these kind of shim pressure plate kind of dealios for the side load adjusters that are going on the beam that I'm doing. And it's a lot to look at, so I'm gonna go ahead and assemble some of this, and just to kind of get an idea. And I also have to tap a bunch of holes, so I'm gonna have to ream these holes. Let's see, these ones and those ones and quite a few others. I'll have to get drilled and tapped. So let's get going. It's a lot of stuff. Using my new little chamfer tool. Actually, this works incredibly well. Wow, that looks so cool. All right, so I'm gonna give this an A rating, guys. Easy to use. It is spinning. You want to make sure you're climb milling, so you're going to be going in a clockwise direction around your piece. And of course, you have to have an air compressor. But yeah, pretty cool tool. Don't forget to oil it, and you'll probably get a lot of good life out of this thing. There is a directional arrow on here too to remind you. So the cutting bit is coming around and it's cutting into the piece as you're pushing along, and that gives you the nicest finish. chamfer. Look at that. What? Alright guys, I'm going to do this one in real time here. Easy. Look at that. That's nice. What a cool tool. I give it an A+. This tool just helps keep the tap straight, because if you go to tap, you might be all angled or cattywampus, but this tool helps you keep it nice. You just hold it nice and flat, nice and square on there, and then it just really helps keep you nice and square in the hole. Hey guys, alright, I'm tapping all these holes. I'm using this Tapmatic SPD-5. There's a bunch of different ones of these. I forgot I had this. I bought this thing like 20 something years ago when I had my custom motorcycle shop, and it's been sitting in the drawer, and I'm like, oh shit, I think I have a Tapmatic, and I've actually never used it until today, so it's pretty cool. It actually drives in the same direction, and then when you push up on the quill, it reverses and reverses out, and you can kind of go back and forth. So it's pretty neat, so check it out. Grab the oil. So I just let it go down. So now just the weight is pushing it, and the grab, and then the thread that's pulling itself in. And then I can just push up on the quill, see that reverse, and then back down, goes back forward, and let it go all the way. And then reverse, and it just reverses at twice the speed, so there must be some gear mechanism in there. And pretty neat little setup. I love it. Bam, that's it. That's pretty neat. Watching these two spindles go different directions. Alright, so this worked out real nice. I don't know if you can see that. Those threads. I just tapped these babies, all of these, in about 15 minutes. Alright guys, so we are working on all these parts. So I've got all of these parts. Brian's got them all sanded for me. We're using the old Dynasty 300 TIG machine. And I'm going to start tacking this together. It's really hard to explain. So instead of me trying to explain it, I'm just going to put it together, and then you can see what the hell it is. Alright, so I wanted to pause for a minute on the hyperlapse to just kind of show this. I mean, I'm kind of impressed with myself, to be honest with you. There is only a few tack welds on this and one clamp, 2 clamps. And everything just jigs together. Super cool. So the booster bolts on there, the steering box bolts back there, the hydraulic rams bolt up there. This is the bottom. This is the bottom face here, so that's going to be the view from underneath. The beam tube goes through here. So I mean, I really agonized about this design, and hopefully it's going to be pretty sweet. All right. Alright, so here is it all clamped together, minus this front piece. So it actually goes like this in the bus. This is the passenger side, driver side. This is the front. So these are for the tow hook, so if you're towing it on a trailer, you can hook your hook into that. And I think I got everything in there, so I'm going to go ahead and tack this all up. Alright guys, check it out. The bus box, as I'm calling it, is all tacked up. What? This thing's crazy. The hydraulics bolt in there, booster on there, beam goes in through here, top and bottom. The frame is running through the middle. And steering, the electronic steering goes here. Steering shaft goes through here, and the steering rack bolts back there. Pretty neato. Let's get it in the bus. Oh yeah. Alright, here's the first install in the bus. Tight fit, but pretty sweet. There it is, the bus box. I'll get it bolted in and raise it up. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. See you at the next one. Peace.